Now, I want you to write this down. There are 4 areas that you're going to have to develop. Number 1 is skill. Skill. If you are on this call, right now, Obi shared with me, how many of you are using the harmonic scanner right now with HFX? Harmonic scanner. You saw a strategy with the harmonic scanner. You're using it with HFX right now. Put 111 in the chat, right? Some of you make money with Millie Mills. If you make money with Millie Mills, put 222 in the chat. 222. You get on to Millie Mills session, and yes, you make some money with Millie Mills. Put 222 in the chat. So there are going to be different strategies. There are going to be different paths towards our profitability. And so we are going to have to grow in a multifaceted way. And one of the areas you're going to have to grow is skill. Now, watch this. Leaders do not develop in what they do in a day. So if you had a successful day today, your development is not in what you won in the markets today. Your development is in your daily activities. So leadership is not developed in what you do in a day. Leadership is developed in what you do daily. Success is as a result of habits. It's continual, repetitious behavior that's giving a consistent result. That's why you will win. So if you're trading only and you're on this call, you're not going to stop learning. You have to keep developing. That's why, paying your subscription is not about, well, I already learned the strategy. I don't need to pay any subscription. I can trade on my own. One of the things I learned from Bob Proctor, as old as he is, he reads every day. He has read the book Think and Grow Rich tens and multiples of times. But every time he starts a training, he says, I was reading. I was reading yesterday. I was reading 4 days ago, which tells me, regardless of how good you get, you must stay in a trajectory of learning if you want to keep being a master at what you do. Success is learning to trade on your own. Success is inspiring others and sharing with others the ability for them to trade and to develop into masters themselves. That's what I want you to go for. Significance, not just success. So 1, you're going to have to develop in skill. 2, emotional intelligence. Right? Emotional intelligence. Luke, why is this going to have to be tested? Can I tell you how many of us, sometimes the emotions get in the way of our decision-making process in the markets and also in the business? I can tell you, if you're building the network right now, get ready for your patience to be tested. If your patience has been tested building the network, put 444 in the chat. The business has tested your patience. The business has tested your ability to hold your mouth sometimes and to not say what you feel like saying. You've had to restrict your mouth like Jesus on the cross. If you're building this business, you're going to have to grow emotional intelligence. Trading, emotional intelligence. I should have come out of the trade. I said I was going to trade 3 minutes. Why did I change trade to 1 minute? Because I thought I just want to get out with the bags faster. I didn't have any rollover. I lost that trade. I should have never gone back in the market. I lost 2 in a row. Why did I go back into another trade? Emotional intelligence will be tested at all levels. Thirdly, your mental framework. Your mental framework. How strategic You think towards your goals. I'm talking here about not just mindset, but strategic thinking. When you put up the framework of steel, it's because of the type and size of house that you're going to build. A framework is what supports the end goal. That means if I'm going to build this type of house with this amount of bedrooms, this steel, if I'm using the steel, the framework of it, it is designed because of the end goal of the house. Some of you have good goals, but you don't have the mental framework to support that goal. So you quit too early or you get distracted too quickly. Mental framework. As a man thinketh, so is he. Your business is a reflection of your thinking. You'll be tested at this level. David Imonitie last year had a chairman 250 walk out of his business. This year, he broke 3 chairman 250s and 1 chairman 500 so far. Mental framework. Can you deal and discipline the disappointments? Do you have the mental framework? Strategic thinking towards your goals. Do you have that type of quality of thoughts? Lastly, spiritual depth. Do not believe that you are going to succeed and leave out the spiritual side of success. Depth can be seen as capacity. You're building and you're running into sickness. You're building and you're running into disloyalty. These are intangible challenges and enemies, not on the surface. In the spirit realm, you'll have to deal. How many of you have faced challenges in the spirit realm? Put 555, number of grace. In this business, you're building this business and you have faced spiritual attacks, challenges. You've had to go through some things that has tested at your very core, your spirit. 555 in the chat. It is not natural. Not all the things that you're going to fight is natural. It's not flesh and blood. You're going to have to face some enemies in the spirit realm. So watch this. In all these things, watch this. In all these things, you need to be in an uptrend. Can I reveal something to you? Whenever you're in consolidation, just become intentional about growth. Whenever you feel like you're in consolidation or in a downtrend, spend time, energy, and effort into what I call depositing in your growth account. It's an intangible growth account. And what's happening is when there are more withdrawals than deposits, that means people or the businesses or your family or life is pulling from you, but you're not depositing enough to deal with the withdrawals. You first start to consolidate and then you go into a downtrend because your whole spirit is overdrawn. When an account is overdrawn, there's more demand on that account than it can supply. You are also built in the same way. So now you must become intentional about depositing in your growth account. Every one of you should be in an uptrend in skill development, emotional intelligence, your strategic thinking or your mental framework according to your goals, and your spiritual depth and capacity. You will be tested. The last thing I want to add here. is your health. I don't care how big your goals are, you must be here to accomplish them. You cannot accomplish them if you're not here. Brethren, I wish that you prosper and be in good health, even as your mind, will, soul, and intellect prospers, even as your soul prospers. Your mind, your will, your intellect, your emotions, even as you prosper there. Brethren, I wish that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul, your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions, even as those things prosper. If you're brand new, I don't train people to hit ranks. I realize if I build people, they will build the organization. I cannot build an organization. I can build people. The most important thing I can do is deliver the value for you to become the best version of yourself. If this was about winning trades and hitting ranks, then I would have failed, because if you came out of this company or you came out of this organization, when you left, you would not miss us, because we did not do anything for you outside of the business. So once you left the business, you forgot about us. But if you leave this organization, you will not forget about me. I will stay in your mind and your memory, not because I had a nice speech. It's because I decided to deposit real value in the lives of people. So I don't want you to miss the instructions on how to go to a rank. I would want you to miss on how to become a better version of yourself. So when I come to train, I don't necessarily train on just the surface things of the business. Because if you don't grow, your business will not grow. So I cannot give you instructions to grow your business and you are not growing. Jesus said this, I have many things to tell you, but you cannot bear them now. Your capacity determines what you are taught. Therefore, there are lessons you need to be taught, but you cannot bear. That means you cannot burden, you cannot handle, you cannot understand. You are not ready. So if I make you ready, then you can have further revelation of things that you need to go into. And that's the same thing with the business. You have to get some backbone. You have to get some gut. You have to get some strength, inner strength. Build up yourself. Get off of the milk stuff. How do I know when people are getting mature? I don't have to call you about subscription. Pay your subscription. You are on milk. You're not ready for meat. If I have to call you and ask you to pay a subscription, you are on milk. That is a babe in the business, not a mature leader. I would not consider you mature if a leader has to call you and tell you to resubscribe. If you don't know what's required as far as infrastructure for your next rank, you don't know the volume, you don't know how to open your back office, you are still on milk. You're not on meat. You are a babe. If you're new, I understand. But if you've been here for some time, you still don't know these things. That means you cannot bear further teachings. I must teach you still like you're new, brand new. If we have to tell you to jump on the millionaire mentorship course, 7-figure mentorship course on the Sundays, if you don't have that already in your phone, if you have not locked that in as a discipline, then you are on milk. You're not ready for meat. So I'm ready to give you some meat on this call. What I'm about to train you with is more of an advanced training. I'm not coming to give you, bits and crumbs here. I train this at any other organization that I'll travel to in the world when I train leadership. So if you're ready, put 222 in the chat. I want to give you the goods, because this will be the key to explosive growth. Put 222 in the chat if you're ready. 222 in the chat if you're ready. Now, if you want, I can send this to your leader, so you don't have to be distracted if you don't get all the notes. but you can take screenshots if you want. In the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, law number 20 is the law of explosive growth. All of us want it in our organizations. And I'm going to share with you on the way forward how we're going to have explosive growth happen across Africa in your organizations. Number one, to add growth, you lead followers. But to multiply growth, you lead leaders. That means if we want multiplication, we're going to have to start to think leadership daily. If this be so, I want to ask you, what books are in your library that the central topic is on leadership? This is how I know that you are ready for meat and you're not still on milk. You actually have a developing library because your income is developed by, it is determined, by your personal development. You will not be paid more than you have the wisdom to handle. So whenever you want your commissions or your pay to go up, you must go up. To reach the things in life on the higher shelves, you must stand on the books you read. Jim Rohn. So to add growth, we will lead followers. I am not structuring my organization to baby anyone. This is not adult daycare. This is you stepping up to be a part of an organization that can allow you to earn millions of dollars, but can allow you to become the type of leader that can impact many lives in your nation. So I am creating the infrastructure and the environment to attract leaders because we want to multiply growth. And I will show you what is leadership behavior in this industry and in this organization. Often it is not always organizations that lag behind. This causes a tension between where the group is and where we want them to be. The answer can be found in the law of explosive growth. Now let's go through this. Number one, if you develop yourself, you can experience personal successes. And that's you learning to trade on your own. That's you jumping in the class. That's you developing yourself. That's you learning to do the presentation. You can recruit someone on your own. So that's how you will experience personal success. But if you develop a team, your organization can experience growth. So for example, if you're going to join the class, how many people did you notify or share? Hey, let's go on class together. If I recruited customers, I should have all my customers in a broadcast list. When I'm going to join Millie's class, I put a message out in the broadcast list and I told everybody, hey, we're about to join Millie's class. Let's go trade and make some money together. That's the difference between success and organizational growth. That's the difference between personal successes and organizational growth, because now somebody's thinking beyond their own success. When you see your leaders doing that, don't be annoyed. What they're trying to say is we want everybody to win. Some of you should be doing that more in the chats. I expect for some of you to be encouraging the organization and not just OB, Charity, Kenvry. You should be doing that and encouraging everyone. Hey, get on the training. Sometimes OB is personally calling individuals to get on these trainings. He shouldn't have to do that. That means he's babying you to come for growth and development. No, no, no. If we want to develop leaders, we have to now instruct and inspire, but we must give people the room now to grow into the level of discipline and responsibility required for them to grow in this organization. Number three, if you develop leaders, your organization can experience explosive growth. There are two ways that you're going to have leaders in your organization. You either recruit them or attract them, or you develop them. So you have to prepare your organization, the environment, the outlook of your organization for leaders to feel safe and attracted to your organization. That's why I don't like to start calls late, because people who are professional are accustomed to starting things on time. When they come to our organizations and we start late, it repels them instead of attracting them. If you have an agenda, if you have a document, professionals respond to that type of approach. If you want to attract bigger leaders, get your organization looking like what they're accustomed to. So you must have an intentional plan to develop leaders. Every Platinum 1000 and above should be reading a Sorry about that, Obi, my connection dropped. Are you guys hearing me now? I just switched the connection. Just let me know if I'm back on. Okay, thank you. Let's jump back in here. All right. So if we want to have explosive growth, we got to prepare this organization and this team to get ready to attract leaders. But first, those of us within the organization who hold ranks, we have to start to model the right leadership behavior. Being a leader is one thing, but becoming a leader who develops leaders is a different mindset. This is not a one-man show. This is about you saying, hey, let me help 4 people in my organization learn how to show the presentation. Let me help 5 people in my organization learn how to invite. Let me help 6 people in my presentation learn how to follow up, how to do a 3-way phone call. Let me help 10 people in my organization learn how to promote. Let 12 people in my organization learn how to present. If you want explosive growth, you need more people doing a few simple steps. Like, one of the marks of a leader in this industry is somebody who knows how to show the presentation, and they habitually do it at least 4 to 6 times a week. 4 to 6 times a week, right? If you are not doing the presentation at least 4 to 6 times a week, I can't see you as being a leader, because that is leadership behavior. If you don't do 3-way phone calls, I can't see that as being a leader. If you don't promote the calls, promote the events, promote the classes, I can't see you as a leader. If you don't know how to prospect, bring brand new people into the business, a minimum of at least 6 people for the month, I can't see you as a leader. Prospecting is one of the leadership behaviors. You just have to be good at it. Now, here's the challenge with other people developing other leaders. Number 5, leaders who attract followers need to be needed. It's a matter of insecurity. So they don't want anybody who speaks better than them, who leads better than them, who works harder than them around them. They only want people who want to hear their voice. No, you want people who can present better than you, promote better than you, prospect better than you. Attract them and create an environment to reward, incentivize them, and development. Leaders who develop leaders, number 6, want to be succeeded. I want somebody to go past me. It benefits me in this business, but it tells me I want them to live out their full potential. So everybody should want others to grow in their organization, not to hinder their growth. You should want others to grow more than you. Leaders who attract followers attract the bottom 20%. Are you looking for the needy people? Or are you going out in number 8, leaders who develop leaders, develop the top 20%? Are you looking for the top 20 or the bottom 20 in your prospecting? Are you training the top 20 or are you just solving problems for the bottom 20%? Start to get accustomed to attracting, working with, helping, multiplying the top 20%. Leaders who attract followers focus on weaknesses. But leaders who develop leaders focus on strengths. Why do you think I'm working on your leadership right now? I am strengthening you. Skill set, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, according to my goals, mental framework, spiritual fortitude or capacity or depth, and health. I want to build you. I'm teaching you where you ought to be strong. So you can build long-term in this business over the next 3 to 5 years, where you are a true 7-figure earner in the industry, earning it every 12 months. Some of you on this call will be the first in your family, the first multi-millionaire in US dollars, the first one to build multiple real estate developments, the first one to be able to take their entire family on a luxury vacation, the first one to build a nice mansion, the first one to retire the parents. How many of you know that you have the potential to be the first? Put first in the chat. Put first. I'll be the first. I'll be the first. Put first. You know that you're gonna be the first. God's giving you the potential to be the first. You take the full responsibility to be the first. I was the first in my family. You could be the first too. You're looking at a first, talking to you who could be a first. Leaders who they treat everyone the same. No, you're going to be kind to everyone, but watch this. You have to know how to entreat with people who are potential leaders versus those who are just there to murmur, complain, and they're not doing what is required to win. You don't take all your time and give to that person, and you're not giving time to the person who has potential leadership and can take your organization forward. No, you're kind and mannerly to everyone. But verse number 12, leaders who develop leaders treat individuals differently. I must know who are my top 20% potential leaders and treat them differently. Give a certain amount of time. Last night we had a call for my entire organization. But I knew because of the time, many of you would not be on the call. That is why I'm doing this call specific to this market. Do you know why? You are as important to get a call by yourself. I did not include any other people. This is only Obina Anyagwa's organization. I did a call for all my leaders last night, but I knew the time would have affected you. I have thousands of people. We have 95 people who were not going to be a part of the thousands. So I did a call specific to you. I'm treating you differently, and there's a reason why. Verse number 13, I keep saying verse. I'm a pastor, sorry. Leaders who attract followers spend time with others. So I want you to know that this is a relationship business. Sometimes I would be informed by Obi and Chioma. Obi, when he was in hospital, he had challenges with his health. So some of our calls would be, Obi, what are your numbers? And then some of the calls would be, Obi, I need you to take a rest. No No more 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours in traffic. You're not eating on time. Your health is being affected. Let's press pause. Some of the calls were not about the numbers. If you want to build long term, you're going to have to learn to spend time with others. And it's going to be quality time. Not only about the money. It's going to have to be quality time about people. All right. Number 14, leaders who develop leaders invest with the right people. 10,000 US dollars I invested back in my organization. This is to not put a feather in my cap or speak about myself. I can't teach you what I don't live. That's the point. Is I have to live this thing to teach this thing. So there are people who are going to receive rewards. I already told you about the P1000, but there are people on this call, I believe, who are part of the P600s that Mr. Obi will announce when I'm done. Just give me a few more minutes. So you got to invest with the right people, the people who are bringing results. Leaders who attract followers grow by addition, but leaders who develop leaders grow by multiplication. Do you know if you alone know how to do the presentation and you do 3 presentations a day, that means in 7 days you can do 21 presentations. But if you sat down and developed 3 people who know how to do the presentation, right? And you did 4 presentations a day. No, you did 4 presentations a week, not 3 a day anymore. You did 4 presentations a week, and they did 4 presentations a week. That's 4 people doing 4 presentations a week. 4 fours are what? 16 presentations, right? So they did 4, you did 4, 3 of them did 4, 16 presentations. Do you know that even though it's less presentations by number, you have tapped into more networks, because who you know is who you know, but who they know, who the other person knows, who the third person knows. You have tapped into greater networks of influence because more people are showing the plan versus you. Let's say now you have trained them to do 3 presentations a day. So now you're doing 21 or 18. They're doing 18. That's 36. 4 people, that's 72. That's 108. 4 people now doing the presentations together. Now you can take up your numbers, and now you're tapping into a vast majority of networks. So if you really want to grow your organization, ask yourself, who have I really taken time to teach what I have learned? If I went P150, who did I teach to go P150? If I went P600, whose hand have I held to show them how to go? You will multiply if you develop others rather than trying to do it on your own. Leaders who attract followers impact only the people they touch. Leaders who develop leaders impact people beyond their reach. So there are people Obi will speak to that I will never speak to, but I would have impacted them because I'm training Obi. So if you want to build an organization that you will impact beyond your personal touch or beyond just your reach, you have to develop others. Now, why doesn't everyone develop leaders? 1, leaders are hard to find. You're not going to find them everywhere. They're not walking around. Leaders are hard to find. Leaders are also hard to gather. Sometimes to even get an influential person to see the presentation is a challenge. But if you get them in and you can keep them in, they can create explosive growth in your organization. But leaders are also hard to keep. So you have to find them, you have to gather them, you have to keep them. So you have to prepare the environment for leaders to survive. That's why I'm training you on leadership today. That's why we do incentives. That's why we create opportunities for you to grow personally, stretch yourself, experience something new. This summer, we have to have something in the African market so that people can be celebrated, people can rest, people can put up their feet. I'm going to talk to Obi about it in August. We're going to have to do an incentive so that people can participate. I know we have some limitations, so we're going to talk about how to do that. But this is how we really get explosive growth. It's taking the time to be intentional and taking the time to develop an environment that will build, grow, and develop leaders. Now, last night I shared a very clear goal, because when I speak to David Immunity, he does one thing and he does it very well. One, he sets a very clear goal. I set a goal of 100 Platinum 600s and above 2 months ago, and it was a 90-day goal. Right now, we're close to half that goal. Close to half the goal, right? Close to over 50 Platinum 600s and above. As a matter of fact, I think by today, we have just crossed 50 P600s and above in 2 months. And I am looking forward to us hitting over 100 qualified Platinum 600s and above by the end of July. It's already done. I'm speaking it, I believe it. So a clear goal has been set, and this month we're going to chime away at it. Now, the second thing is this month, I'm going to teach you how to believe, and I'm also going to teach you the power of living through this canvas of your imagination. It's a very powerful thing that you've been given, and a lot of us don't live in our future, right? A lot of us don't go experience the things that we want to be our reality. Test drive the car. Sometimes I think some of you think it's airy-fairy stuff. You don't really need to do that. So you're building the business, but you don't really take time to do those things because you don't think it's real. And I want you to know it's very real. So we set a clear goal. We understand where we have to be taught about believing, and then we create that environment for belief and apply the work. When I spoke to Obi, you join me on the call right now. We have a goal this month. I also spoke to, let me just go back. Obi, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. Obi, I think the goal, I'm just going back clearly. We broke down the monthly goal. Just go back in my notes here. Right. Our goal is to break 33 Platinum 1000s. Some of them will be above. 33 Platinum 1000s. We had a specific call. I think Mr. McSweeney's on that call. And this is really just a decision 33 people make. Sponsor 12 to 15. This month, I'm focusing on the incentives of the company, 300,000 giveaway. We believe that once you recruit over 12, you start becoming in the runnings for the $1,000 check. I would tell you even push. Don't settle at 12, start to push 20 and above. Could it be done? Absolutely, it's just a numbers game. How many people you expose, how many people you follow up with, and how many people you do a 3-way phone call with will determine the number of people you recruit. That's it, just do the numbers. It's not if you're good or you're not good, just do the numbers. If you only expose 100, then you might sponsor about 10 or 12. If you expose 200, it could be 20 or 22. 300, where do you get all these people? The world is not running out of people. People are being born every day. How many people have you contacted on Instagram? How many people have you contacted on Facebook? Come on. If you have a will, there is a way. So our goal this month is to break 33 brand new Platinum 1000s. Now I can tell you, if you don't take on the law of explosive growth, it doesn't happen. Because let me show you this. I'm going to show you this with the same comp plan. Watch this. This is me. For me to go P150, I recruit 3 people who got started just like me. All right? But watch this. If I go P1000, right? If I go P1000, there are at least 3 people who I can show now how to go P1000. Why? Because I did it. If I did it, I'm empowered to teach somebody to do it. So that means one person can bring 3 P1000s to the organization because they went P1000. So in my eyes, when I see the goal of 33 P1000s, I'm really seeing 11 P1000s that has the leadership to develop 3 P1000s. That's all. Do I have 11 leaders on here? That's all. That goal is just asking, do we have 11 real leaders who can develop? You want explosive growth? Teach people to develop others. Teach P1000s to develop. No, you could do it at the P600 level. You want to break more P1000s? Teach a P600 to develop 3 P600s. And there'll be P1000. Anytime people get the idea that this business is about developing others, if a P600 develops 3 P600s, they will become a P1000. That's it. And if you want to become a P600, just tell any P150 to develop what? 3 P150s. And they will become what? A P600. This whole compensation plan is developed to show you how to develop others. That is the theme of the comp plan. You do it, then develop 3, and you could always go to the next rank. In this comp plan, once ever you hit any rank, if you get started and you get 3 to get started, you P150. If you become P150, you get 3 to go P150, you become P600. If you are P600, you develop 3 to go P600, you are P1000. If you are P1000, you develop 3 to go P1, you are P2000. If you are P2000, you develop 3 to go P2000, you are P5000. You are P5000, you develop 3 to go P5000, you are Chairman 10. You are Chairman 10, you develop 3 to go Chairman 10, you're Chairman 25. You're Chairman 25, you develop 3 to go Chairman 25, you're Chairman 50. Write up the comp plan. The comp plan is designed for you to learn to develop others. Can you not see that? If you see that, put 777 in the chat. If it's clear to you that the whole comp plan is designed for you to rank up because you're developing others, see it. 777 in the chat. How many of you are ready for explosive growth? This is season fair. This is it. This is the season for explosive growth. Obi, if you would jump on here and announce the winners at the Platinum 600 who will get $300 cash advance right away. P600, we gave out the Platinum 1000s. Congratulations to all the Platinum 1000s though. But 2 of you were able to capture the $500 bonus, right? And I want to make sure that we make all the announcements now for Platinum 600. Obi, you can call their names of those who won, and we will congratulate them on the call. Obi, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, let's go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, sir, for this privilege and opportunity to call these Platinum 600s in the organization that qualified for the $300 incentive. Number 1 is Makinde Samuel. Makinde Samuel are here on the chart. Put some dollar signs and fire emojis on the chart for Makinde Samuel. That's number 1. Number 2 is Funke Oyekola. Amazing, phenomenal lady. This lady is amazing. Number 3. Yeah, Funke Oyekola. Yes, that's her. I hope Mrs. Funke Oyekola, you're on the call. Can we celebrate her with some $ and fire emojis on the chat? Amazing, amazing. Congratulations. And right on number 3 is Mr. Ayola Olagunju. Mr. Ayola Olagunju. Awesome. Phenomenal.
Oh, I have to get his picture.
Okay.
But he won, but I just didn't have his picture. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations, Mr. Ayo Olagunju. So he's I believe he's here. If he's not here, he should be here. Okay, I think he's in. All right. Then we have finally Mr. Peter Okiti. Congratulations. We have 4. Wow.
4 out of the 10. Obi, you almost took 50% of the incentive. You almost took half of them.
I manifested it, sir.
That was excellent. That was excellent. That was excellent. Now, I want to say this, Obi, before you wrap up the call. I have not done anything for our new Platinum 2000s. And so I'm going to discuss with the rest of Platinum 2000s and above what we can do, because I want the new Platinum 2000s, Platinum 5000s to know we have not forgotten you, but we want to be able to celebrate every level in our own way. Now, hear this. The only time you get a rank achievement bonus in this company is when you hit the level of Platinum 2000 and you hold a rank for 3 months. You can ask Obi. If you hold the rank for 3 months consecutively at Platinum 2000, then you get a $500 rank achievement bonus. In my organization, you hit Platinum 1000 once, and I gave a $500. Platinum 1000 once, they got $500. There is no rank achievement bonus for Platinum 600, but they all got $300. They hit it once. I want you to understand the blessing of having abundance where you can give to others, but I also want you to understand the blessing of this organization right now. Do not take it for granted. Right? We have gone way over and beyond to make sure that we can do this. And August, we're coming back big. Trust me, August is going to be big. So I want many of us to win the 300K giveaway. I have a plan. If we get enough of the winnings from the 300K giveaway, I have a plan. August is going to be. They won't believe what we're going to do in August, right? I'm even trading to deposit into that incentive for August. It is going to be massive, right? So thanks again for the opportunity to share on the platform, and let me hand back over to your awesome leader, Obi and Chioma and Nyagwa. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We appreciate your time, your commitment to this team, your love, your gifts. We so much appreciate. Thank you so much. And to everyone on the call, you've gotten so much value on this call tonight. And I want to tell you, this call is not something you hear once. The recording will be sent out shortly, listed again and again and again and again. Trust me, this will give you that explosive growth in your trading, in your building, you advance in rank with ease. You see leaders follow you. These are principles. They work irrespective of who is applying it. It doesn't care your age. It doesn't care your color. It doesn't care your educational background. It's like jumping up from where you are now, you definitely come down. It's called law of gravity. That's the same thing that applies to these laws of growth, laws of explosive growth. Just get on it and let's explode to a whole new level. Congratulations, everyone. Those that won, congratulations. Those, you know, that will win in the 300K promo, you will hear my name on that. Definitely, I'm gonna be there. I don't know who else wants to be there. If you want to be part of the 300K promo, can you put some 300 on the chat? Let's go. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. We'll get as much of those thousands of dollars as possible. We'll throw it into our trading account and explode it to the whole 6 and 7 figures. Congratulations, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Let's go. Let's apply all these powerful nuggets that we heard. The best way to tell Dr. Luke, thank you, is by producing 33 P1000s. Nothing short of that. 33 P1000s and above this month of July is a month of explosive growth, a month of productivity where you put little effort and you produce tremendous results. So let's go with that mindset that this month I'm putting some effort, but the result will be astronomical. It will be astronomical. You're already seeing it, even in our trading, astronomical. So that is how it will be. So go out, put in that work. That is your part. Go put it in, and the rest will be history. God bless each and every one of you, and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.